Hello, everybody. I am going live just a few minutes early because there's some things that I would like to get done here. I know that I'd like to get this over into the Soulful Empowerment Group. Zoom is really interesting, though. It's showing that I'm live, but it doesn't show me where I'm live. Where am I live? There we go. I know that let's mute that, and I want to share this into the group. I want to take away this. So thank you guys for your patience with regards to this. How do I now share this into share? And I want to share it into somewhere else though. Share to a group. Let's get this over here. I'm hoping this works, you guys. Getting this shared over into the, there we go. I'll see if that does its thing. Posting, posting, posting. Okay, good. I'm going to close this down. I'm going to change my setting here, and I so appreciate each and every one of you as I'm doing this. Yes, it is in here. Yay! Very happy about that. Good, 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 good. Okay, so hi everybody, Sandra Pelli. I am doing my monthly Q&A. This is for May 2024. And the first thing that I'd like to do with this is energetically just bring us all into the same sacred container. So I invite you to take a moment, take a few breaths. Asking the mind, body, and soul and all aspects of self to be willing to receive and share, to accept, trust, and believe, to be open with no expectations, no limitations. Stepping into the I am, creating the outcome. As we invite in our compassionate spirit guides, the way showers, the elements and elementals of the directions of the east and wind, south and fire, west and water, north and earth, and the ethers. Everything within self, everything without self. And in doing so, the energy is clear, pure, and most loving. And so it is. Beautiful. I love that. Okay. I want to I want to say hi. So hi everybody. Okay, I'm going to get us going with some questions here. Beautiful, beautiful. I reached out to a couple people today or last night and said, "Hey, I've got the Q&A coming up. If you're interested in throwing on a question and what have you, I'd definitely be open to answering them." Anyway, basically, what I wanted to say to you first of all is I've been going through some really big changes myself, and in those changes, I've had this beautiful shaman experience, which has really brought me closer to who I intrinsically am. And so I sit before you understanding and knowing that my inner child has this beautiful power animal energy to it, that myself, my humanness, has this beautiful power animal energy to it, and that my higher self has this beautiful energy to this power animal energy with it as well. And so my inner child is got wolf magic. My human body is white buffalo. And my higher self is dragon energy, my inner dragon energy. And I can feel the power of those three pieces of myself coming here before you now to do this Q&A. Also, too, I am very conscious of how Source Dragon likes to come in with its upper limbs and this galactic energy in it to provide answers. And so, with that in mind, I will start to do the readings. And Colleen is the first one to have a reading. And her question is that she recently woke from a dream. I'm just going to write down the time, and this is for her, so she's got the answer as well. Answered at 5. Okay. Grab that. So Colleen asks, I recently woke up from a dream and I heard we are here to channel through you. I haven't received anything since. Is there anything you're picking up on this? I heard we are here to channel through you. Beautiful. So I could feel the energy of that collective group, that council, if you will, who is here to channel through you. What's really magical about that is a couple things. One, you can get this massive download, and all of a sudden you're like got this incredible counsel, and you know who they are, and you've got this incredible relationship with them. Or you may be a little bit like I am, where things dribble in of their own volition, whatever the word is. And in doing so, it's not happening anywhere near as rapidly as I'd like it to. Having said that, there are moments where I have this big overwhelm, and it's so much better that it's coming in the way that it is. So first of all, there's obviously a council, and you may have a different word for them. Council, posse, collective, collaborative, cohort, group. You may have a different word for this. And that would be where the first questions start. You know, I haven't received anything since. Are you sitting there just waiting for them to come to you? Or have you again asked them to now start coming to you? Because there's a big difference between sitting around and waiting for things to happen and being proactive in that happening. So that's what's coming through for you right now, is this energy of starting to ask. When you are doing automatic writings, do an automatic writing asking who this group is that wants to channel through you. That would be the first place to start, because you can't even begin to guess what that is that you're being asked to channel until you know who they are. And that who they are is a really beautiful starting space. Love that. Thank you so much for that question, Colleen. So the next question is from Alejandra. And she asks, what does spirit want me to know? Okay, Alejandra, just clearing the energy. And it's so interesting because my white buffalo is really coming forward. And that's that human part of myself. So there's something about buffalo energy and mimicking that. So just so you understand where I'm coming from with this is cows tend to turn around and run from the storm, and yet the storm keeps chasing them. And it's so comical because I was watching the vegan cyclist the other day. He's got VC Adventures on YouTube now, and he was riding his gravel bike in a race, and these cows, instead of going in off to the side and getting out of the way, they stayed in front of him for so long it was ridiculous, being chased instead of moving out of the way and not being scared anymore and just letting him go by. So there's something about running from a situation versus the buffalo who turns and faces the storm and actually walks into that storm confident in who they are. So there's something very powerful happening in your energy, choices that are being made where, yes, it's okay to be like the cow and not necessarily run from the storm, but pick your battles. And being the buffalo who is like, I'm standing in who I am right now and choosing to be in my power. And when I say I'm choosing to be in my power, it's see who you are. See who you are in this moment, or who you want to be in this moment. How do you want to react? Okay. Very powerful question. Thank you, Alejandra. And I knew there was a reason why my inner child, my little you, my human body and my inner dragon were really asking me to come in and uh, give answers today in that manner. That's wild. You are the reason. Thank you. Okay. Over to Colleen next. Colleen. Oh, I like that. It's 10:10 on my end. Okay. Answered 10 minutes in. Good morning, Sandra. If you're doing readings, I am. Is there any insight Spirit can give me about my move to Colorado next year? Okay, so Colleen, I'm just feeling into the energy of that. That's so interesting because I'm being shown a wagon train, the energy of a wagon train. And I don't know if it's because of my buffalo energy that I'm choosing to walk in today for this Q&A. There's something energetically happening with the wagon train. So um, they okay, so there's a couple things coming in with this, so just bear with me as I verbalize this. Energetically, there was a couple things that had to be considered or take place. One is making the decision to do that big move, which you've already made the decision of. The second decision is, what are you actually bringing with you? And energetically, that's coming through into two pathways: the physical, material things, and energetically, who are you when you go to Colorado? So that's what Spirit would like you to take a look at: is what are you taking physically, and what are you taking emotionally, mentally, spiritually with you? What does Colorado present or mean for you and this move? That's what's coming through. Very powerful. Wow. Love that. Thank you. Okay. The next one is Lupe. Thank you, guys. Lupe, 12 minutes in. Okay. Hello, Sandra. I would love a message for me about my work as an acupuncturist. Ooh, you know what? It's so fascinating because yesterday and this is coming up. So yesterday I interviewed Sherry Miller Wild. She's had some absolutely remarkable trips, or a remarkable trip to Egypt, and she's giving us a lot more information. I have already interviewed her once this year, in fact. So if you go to sandrapelli.com/podcasts, then you will find her interview there towards the bottom of the page, mid page on that page, sandrapelli.com/podcasts. I have interviewed her again, and this one will probably come out possibly in June, I'm guessing. Having said that, she talks about this energy thing and where she felt it doing this. And I remember working with somebody recently this year where I was doing this. And it brought to mind a woman that I met many years ago, her and her son Jasper, who was very knowledgeable about working with earth keepers. Her son was, and at the time, I think he was 11 or 13 years old. He was very young. But she did this really beautiful work. And when she went into this realm or this dimension where she was doing the work, she did this doink, 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 where these bits were being shifted and changed or dispersed or whatever it is. And I'm feeling some real powerful magic of the acupuncture points and the bigger picture of what those acupuncture points are. So, for instance, I did this. I have my level 2 Reiki in whatever Reiki it is. That's really, on one hand, immaterial. What I did with the Reiki, though, is what's important, and why I'm telling you about this is that uh, I started to recognize it as epicenter, EPI dash center, epicenter Reiki, and that these points that I was connecting with on a person's body, either energetically or physically, that these points, these areas that we're asking to be acknowledged or recognized or have work done with them, um, that they were, what's the word I'm looking for? That they were, it's so interesting because I'm shifting into the shaman view as well of of holes of energy that that are related to other people. Have you ever really kind of explored that deeper, Lupe? Where these acupuncture points, what are they telling you? That's what you're being asked to open up to, is what is these acupuncture points telling you about the person? What's being revealed? What are you, allow yourself to open to that with no expectations, no limitations, and be in awareness of what's coming up. That was really interesting. Thank you for asking that question, Lupe. Very cool, very powerful. Yeah. And I'm just going to read what Colleen wrote. Thank you so much. I'm moving to be near my 3 girls and 5 grandbabies. Yay! So I'm going away from old family and living towards my personal family energetically. I'm looking forward to drumming circles, especially at Red Rock, and getting involved in the art community there. Lots of love to you, Sandra. Thank you so much for your love. I love that. So I can feel this energetic shift of, of how you're consciously moving in the energy to support yourself and self-care as well. Beautifully. Well done. Well done, Colleen. Thank you for sharing that. So moving on to Sue, one of my beautiful friends. You guys are all my friends. I have this beautiful relationship that I've had with Sue since, gosh, 7 or 8 years now, I guess. How many minutes in are we? 16 minutes in. Okay. What do my guides want me to know about growing my intuition? The first thing I hear is love myself, love of thyself. Really step into the energy of understanding the me and the myself. My own journey with the I am love mantra, my own journey with that was that the I love me came fairly easy. It's really easy for us to glibly say I love me. But when we actually start to talk about loving myself, that is a whole different dynamic. So, in loving yourself, the myself, your intuition will grow because you'll be seeing yourself in a different light. I actually said to somebody today, and I'm reaching out to her after this. She made a comment about one of the relationships that she wanted to change was the one around her family. And that's all she had written was my family. And I'm like, how could you create this so that it's different? And I'm telling you this for a reason, because what energetically came through when we carried on the conversation was that her family was still seeing her as a 10-year-old. That was her words exactly. And and what came through in that moment was inviting her family to witness her in a new light. I'm actually going to be reaching out to her and asking her to actually add that and myself, witnessing myself in a new light. Because when we want other people to see us, we have to see us. And that all has to do with the intuition, the growing intuition. Okay. Very powerful. So invite yourself. I am inviting myself to be seen in a new light for me. I am inviting myself to be seen in a new light by me. I'm going to say that again, past, present, future. I am inviting myself to be seen in a new light by me. Wow. And that will also open up the intuition. Okay. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Thank you, Sue. Very powerful. Okay, so the next person is my BBB, my best biking buddy. Uh, ooh, that's a big, broad question. Kind of interesting there. Is it 19 or 20 minutes that we're in? 19 minutes. Okay. Okay. So Sarah asks, what do my guides want me to know about this year? You know what? It's so beautiful because I could see you on the top of mountains, and as you very well know, Sarah, there's no mistaking seeing that, because that is who you intrinsically are. The amount of photos I've seen of you on the top of mountains, climbing mountains, doing all kinds of incredible things. They're asking you to do this with your heart. They're asking you to let your wings spread on your heart as well. And with that, I'm actually feeling angel wings coming out of your back as well. This doesn't mean a sign of crossing over. It is more about an accepting who you are. And so what I've just read what the reading that just came through for Sue just before you is very, very important for you to hear as well. And that's that I am inviting myself to witness me in a new light. It's so powerful. Okay. So that's what your guides want you to know and see and hear. Thank you, Sarah. Joan. Hey, Kelly. Feel free to write in a question there if you have any questions, Kelly. I'm doing a Q&A and readings, okay? And I definitely can see, I've been watching your posts, and I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad you're expanding, walking, and all sorts of things again now. So beautiful. Okay, so Joan's got a lengthy one, so just let me get the time written down first for her. I hear somebody knocking at my door. I've got somebody asking me a question in the Facebook Messenger. So there's lots happening energetically right now around you, Joan. Okay. So Joan asks, can you help me know how best to be with Jet, my black and white horse? I really love the energy of this. I did a reading in a private reading in my private group. Oh, and I should mention that real quick. So thank you for your patience for just a moment, Joan. So the beautiful Mary Miller, I believe she's in the feed for the Q&A. She pointed out to me that in my weekly emails, currently, that when you look at the weekly email and you scroll down, there's the paid area, and in the paid area, there's the Incredible You dash Sandra Pelly, I think, or expanded. I can't remember what it's called specifically, and that's the paid membership group that I have. And when she clicked on the for more information, it actually shows a way cheaper price than what it says in the thing. So I am honoring that. So if you or anybody here feel drawn to jump into having 3 calls where you're actually on a Zoom with me, or you get to have the replays, then it's a really great opportunity to do that. And I will leave that there for the next week after this Q&A. So until actually, I'm going to make that 10 days. I'm going to make that till the 18th, because 8/18 has a lot of power, and it's the 8th today, so we'll make it till the 18th. So if you look at the weekly events, you go down to the bottom right hand side, it is about the membership, which is the Incredible You dash either expanded or Sandra Pelly. If you click on the for more information, it will actually give you a less than half price right now. So that because of the old document that I have in there, and I'm honoring that. So thank you, Joan, for your patience with that. Anyway, I did a reading Q&A reading over there last week, and her other horse came through. So I just love that she's asking about this horse, Jet. With the closure of the shooting area, I would like to spend more time with the horses and want to know what Jet would like. Oh, thank you. Yes. So here's a learning curve for you guys. We have the ability not only to connect with our own higher selves and inner children or little yous, we have the ability to do this with our animals. So you're, first of all, being invited to connect with your in this case, connect with Jet's yeah. Okay. Thank you. Higher self first, to open the pathways of communication, because there's a reason why Jet is not necessarily standoffish, but is not as playful and outgoing as Lacey. So there's something energetically there, and you can connect in and get those pathways open by connecting in with Jet's higher self first. For those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about, honestly, it's as simple as closing your eyes and asking. Of course, in most cases, we're doing this for the most benevolent reasons, the greatest good of all, and for the, how does it go? Most benevolent reasons, for the highest good, for the most benevolent reasons, for the greatest good of all. And so when Joan does this, she will be asking to connect with the horse's higher self. And it's simple as that. Okay. Know that you are then connected and feel into the energy and the support that's coming through with that. Yeah. Very wonderful. Yeah, so that's what you're being asked to do first, Joan, is connect in with your horse's higher self to open the pathway to begin the conversations, okay? And I just want to read what Sarah wrote. Um, okay, I love this. This is, remember, I had said to listen to what I had said about Sue as well, what had come through for Sue. So she wrote, I feel like I've really been trying to find a love for myself and appreciation and confirmation from her guides. I love that, Sarah. Thank you. Beautiful, beautiful, wonderful. Okay, coming to Janice next. And Janice is 26 minutes in. Beautiful. Hi, Sandra. My cat Jack usually sleeps by my side at night, but lately he's been draping across my neck and poking his nose in my ear and purring. Ooh. You know what? I am just feeling this beautiful love, like throat chakra, speaking personal truth to self, witnessing yourself. I love this theme that's happening here for many of us on this. It's so very, very powerful. That shifting from me to myself, and yourself, Janice, the work, the play that you've been putting in at really discovering who you are, really stepping into the energy of nurturing your inner child, little you, with really understanding that connection with the inner dragon of the human in between and finding that beautiful balance. And your cat is witnessing that. Your cat is truly witnessing that. And in doing that is telling you how much it loves you as well. There's something also too about the vibrational frequency of the purr, the nose. What does nose mean in Louise Hay's book? I looked for Louise Hay's book the other day, and I'm not exactly sure where my Louise Hay's book is, or I'd give you more information because I'm not seeing it right there. And I had it handy recently, but I'm not sure where it is now. So look up in Louise Hay what the nose means, okay? Nose and ear and neck. Look up what that means and see what it says there as well. The insight that's initially coming through is it is honoring you. Your cat is honoring you in seeing yourself, speaking your personal truth to yourself, doing the things that you want to do, living your life on your terms, and stepping up and out because of that. Love that. Thank you, Janice. Kelly, I'll get to you after Mary's. Thank you for your patience. So, Mary's is next, and that's 28 minutes in. Oh, oops. Give me a second. 28. There we go. Okay. So Mary wrote, any insight on the mixed energies of delays with mother's estate? Is it a different intention that I need to be directing, or is it surrendering to the process, knowing everything will work out? I love the energy of this. Um, just kind of feeling into the power of that. First of all, I want to acknowledge something that I witnessed this morning. It was the beautiful color of your shirt. Interesting enough, if you look at the color of this post that's over in Soulful Empowerment, it is it going to show up? No, it's not going to show up. Oh, maybe, yeah. There we go. See the color of the question mark there? That's the color that Mary's shirt was this morning. We're accountability buddies, and I love that we're back in conversation together after my almost 3 months away because of family stuff. There's something about that personal truth, speaking personal truth to yourself, and that's what's been coming through in this whole feed. Sue, Sarah, who else? Colleen, like most of these have all been about self energy, right? So there's something energetically happening with that. And okay, so let me kind of see what Source Dragon has. There's keys in the Source Dragon's energy. There's a bigger key and lots of littler keys. So yes, I think you're on the right track of, is it a different intention that I need to be directing? Is it a different intention? Is it a different mom's estate? I know that you had spoken of two things. balance. There's something about balance coming in. Okay. Uh, you spoke about your awareness of uh, personal, physical things, possibly food, possibly body, possibly exercise. It's also balance in those other areas of your life as well. Um, okay, and so I'm seeing this thread of energy around, like the balloons. Like they're literally balloons, these two aspects that I believe you were talking about this morning, these two aspects. And I'm feeling the energy of this pink loving balloon, or whatever color comes up for you, going around those other two balloons so that they become, in essence, one unit. Two nuclei to the one unit is the energetic feeling of this. That there's again, there's an acknowledgement, possibly first by yourself, of these, the way these need to be addressed, or that even though they're under different headings, there's something very, very energetically they're together. Okay. And it's that common thread, which is interesting because when you put the single balloons, they have their own threads, but when you put the big balloon, it has a thread. Okay. Something very powerful happening in that. I'm hoping that helps. That kind of sounded like off the wall, so I'm not exactly sure. But yeah, okay. Wow. Okay, let me just refresh this and see if anything else comes through, and then I'm coming back to you because I think Joan wrote something down, but I'm not positive, so bear with me here a moment. There it is there. View all comments. Okay. Okay, perfect. Good. Yeah, Joan said basically that she's going to talk with her horse leader today. Beautiful. Okay, so I am going to come around to the feed where Kelly wrote a question. Thank you, Kelly. Oh, interesting. Oh, you haven't actually written a question. Okay. But she said yesterday that she was thinking about therapy with horses. Boom. Beautiful. And also, too, that her fur babies are happy that she can go for walks again. So, loving that energy of that. Beautiful. Love that. Okay, so I would like to also do a general reading for the group. I also want to point out that um, uh, actually, just give me a second here. Um, so the general reading for all and anybody else's reading during this Q&A, if it resonated for you what I was saying, whether it was for somebody else or not, it is a reading for you as well. And I just really wanted you each to know that. Okay. So the general reading that I'm feeling is, first of all, I mentioned at the beginning that I'm so beautifully conscious right now of, um, three things. My little you, it has this beautiful wolf power animal energy. My human self has white buffalo power animal energy. And my higher self has inner dragon energy. And that is what is being invited to you, is to explore what that might feel like for yourself and what that might mean. The little you energy with the wolf energy for myself. Wolf is a pack animal. It also does really well on its own. It is a nurturer. It is a hunter and seeker. It is a carnivore. It goes into the situation just like this buffalo energy. Buffalo, again, this is a pack creature, right? So really kind of feeling the energy of what all that means, the moving into things. And thirdly, the inner dragon energy. I explained that the inner child is the protector, and we want to find balance and bring it up to this human level so that our adult is no longer reacting as a child. While that inner dragon energy is the action taker that helps us really step into our life in a different way. So for Kelly and for anybody else on here who hasn't asked for a reading but is listening to this, you are being invited, first of all, to connect with your little you, Ask them who they would like to be if they were an animal. I love that. And then actually just play with that. Play with that for the rest of today and this week. Okay. Thank you guys so much. You are so truly adored and loved. And um, speaking from personal experience, when I chose to love me, um, I didn't realize that I didn't love myself the way that I could be. And when I started to love myself, I actually claimed back the feminine side of myself. And it's incredible what's been unfolding in my life ever since then. So choose to love myself as well as me. Okay, everybody? Thank you. Take care. Bye bye.